wonder if Connor actually, because I know that wow. I know that Native Americans are generally very spiritual people, so I wonder if Connor actually, well, I know he believes, probably because he's called Minerva as a spirit, called Minerva a spirit, so I wonder if he just refers to gods as spirits. They actually believe. Headless
I've
Horseman.
never seen him myself, but I've heard the stories from here to Kentucky. A German mercenary, Hessians what they call him, was fighting a battle when a cannonball took his head clean off. His whole battalion was routed, and they lost the encounter. But the lad didn't die. He's been wandering the bush on horseback around the battlefield ever since, searching for his head, chasing innocents when he sees them, taking their domes for his own. He wears a pumpkin for a head now, until he finds what he's looking for. Like I said, I haven't seen him, but I have seen the bodies he leaves lying about, headless and grotesque. God rest their souls.
Funny story about the Headless Horseman. The story of a Headless Horseman originates from the fable, not really a fable, but from the short story Legend of Sleepy Hollow, written by, I believe his name was Washington. Thing about Sleepy Hollow is it's a story following a character named Ichabod Crane, who is fell in love with a woman and he's trying to woo her, but he's not he doesn't want to marry her for the typical reasons they're described in the story as often like eating more than you would think possible. He's like very scrawny man, but he's always eating. So he wanted to marry this girl just because of she will cook him. And it's just he was competing against this guy named Brom Bones, who would often tell the story of the Headless Horseman, a German soldier who had his head taken out by a cannonball. And it's said that he would just be going around and exactly as Daniel Boone, was whatever that guy's name is. He would go around taking people's heads off, but Ichabod seemingly never believed it, and whenever the story is brought up, he would always try to change the subject. But the character Brom Bones ended up discovering that he was changing the subject because he was afraid of the concept, and he exposed that in the when they were at a dinner party hosted by the girl that they were trying to court. And what's kind of interesting is at the end of the story, it was kind of it was kind of made to believe that Ichabod Crane encountered the Headless Horseman. And he disappeared shortly after that encounter. At least that's what the people of the town believed. But because where his horse and his thing was found was just a smashed watermelon, was actually implied at the end of the story that Ichabod ran away from the town and was actually happier. So it's just kind of one of those, it's just kind of interesting, just actual original story and just compared to here. Because in that story, like, Headless Horseman, he can actually wear a pumpkin on him. But it's just kind of another thing I learned from my survey of early American class. I never really realized just how much relevancy class has when a lot of stories I cover that are actually a lot of history actually class are actually relevant in this. Like, we actually covered the Boston Massacre briefly in that class. We learned about the revenue tax and the stamp tax. that kind of led up to the boss map. And that's why I kind of knew about that stuff when we encountered the boss map. So it just kind of interested me how much actually I'm kind of regarding the things referenced. Also, kind of goes to show you just the amount of details that the amount of research went developing the side quest and then. One point actually, Ubisoft was one of the best developers ever. But just recently, I can't help but feel like they've just been getting kind of lazy, just read assets. Like I would enjoy Far Cry 6 a lot more if it didn't actually freaking use most of his assets, copy most of his assets from Far Cry 5. And even the story is relatively the same. Like, in Far Cry 5, you actually have like 3 main sub-villains. Then you have like Joseph Seed. And you have 3 regions as well. And in Far Cry 5, you have give me that quest? Oh, here it is. Far Cry 5, you have 3 main regions and 4 main sub-villains, but 2 of those are in one region and they're just kind of connected. It's really kind of annoying because it's just, and they even copy like the same formula from Far Cry 5. Really kind of sucks because I would like to have some more originality, I guess. I don't know if that's just me. I've just found people out there who think that Far Cry 6 ever. I hated Far Cry 5 with a passion. My least favorite Far Cry games. And it's just, to me, Far Cry 6 feels phone of Far Cry 5. But there's some parts that I enjoy about it, admittedly. But it's just, it kind of feels like the Ubisoft just kind of got like. So we are gonna deliver this letter, grab this payload. Hope to hear, deliver this, run over here, and way back over. Or I will just grab the. I'm dead. I really freaking hate those stupid trees. Okay. So, let's go ahead and deliver this letter. Actually kind of coming up on the 4-hour mark. How much we get done? 20 minutes. If I'm actually close. I'm actually close to the front. I'll go ahead and. Stupid cards. Valley Forge. Why did it say I'm now incognito? Clearly I'm not incognito. Grab this. Yeah, so we maybe, you know what? Actually, no. That may push me till 5. I'll stick to what I was gonna say. I'll just keep going until complete, but I have other stuff I need. Okay, moving on to the next one. So, we have about 5 minutes. Wait, 15 minutes. So we will probably. Yeah, we will probably get maybe like 10 more done. I think this is the area where we killed Braddock. I think he died over there, like.
You have my everlasting gratitude, sir.
Okay. Let me actually fast travel here. And we will actually probably get a pretty decent chunk in 5%, I think. Although actually collectibles aren't really worth that much percentage. Really the things that give the most effort are actual. They bring it up, but maybe. Okay, now let's head over to this feather. Let's say where was that? Oh, it's right there. There's that "Don't tread on me" flag. Still can't believe this actually has origins. Apparently has origins. Revolutionary War. I really wonder why they chose a snake. Okay. Uh, Something I am thinking about doing, mainly because I've been kind of disappointed with Valhalla lately. I've really, but it's possible that I may add Assassin's Creed Valhalla to the list. You know, strictly because I've really been working on it too much. I'll probably at this rate will be by the time Benny comes out. There are things I like about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but there are also a lot of things I like about it. Definitely a better game for me to 100%. Assassin's Creed Odyssey plays really boring. Like I often like only play that game for the okay. Only play that game for maybe there we go. Like 30-45 minutes before I have to take up most of the collectible. Just when stuff like this, I don't really mind it that much. But it's just a lot of the collectibles, I got a lot of the options, well things. Like these activities, like they're not as simple as just going to a location and pressing. They're oftentimes are more involved, like the Cairn puzzles. I hate doing the Cairns at Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Or those two had to be the. And it's sometimes it's not as simple as just going to a location, collecting. Oftentimes you have to fight enemies or have to on a puzzle. It's just not exactly as simple as it is in a lot of the other Assassin's Creed. It really takes a lot out of me to play Valhalla. One of those things that why I feel like that if I dedicate like hours time to, I'll probably be making a lot more progress than I would doing it normally. But we'll have to start a new game. Oh, God. I also, another thing I dislike, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey also fell victim. I tend to not like games with multiple. I often stress about trying to, because I hate bad endings in games. One of my pet peeves. Just, if there is a game with multiple endings, I will just be watching a guide to make sure I do not go up and get a bad ending. I just absolutely bad endings. Annoying. But, the stuff you need 100% for, where the stuff you need to do in order to get the good ending of Valhalla, really, yeah, I guess. It is. I'm trying to figure this out while also commentating. Like, what I dislike about the stuff needed for 100%. To get the best ending in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because like a lot of stuff. Damn it! A lot of stuff you need to do to get that 100%. To get the best ending. Sorry. It's like very specific. Like, be nice to this person. Do not do this. It's maybe simple to do that oftentimes. Really, well, maybe simple to do that. It oftentimes can be hard to tell, like if actually, yeah. I had moments in the past where I actually screwed up at one. I had to redo a mission, reload, save, and really dumb. I'm actually gonna head to this one, grab these, and brush. Oh, actually, we actually have not that much. Here is what I'm going to do. I am gonna complete this Frontiersman mission and this warrior mission. Then I will end. I will do the rest of the side stuff in the next stream. Look at the time; I only have 5 minutes. So that's what I'm planning on doing. We are actually very close to complete the frontier. We also have a hunter mission to do, but shouldn't run long to get it done. We'll finish out the frontier and finish all the minor stuff I have left to do in the next stream. I may also complete the I may also complete sequence. What am I on? Sequence 6. Oh yeah, I have that to look forward to.
Yama.
This is a fort. The fort, isn't it? Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm not worried about that yet. Let's head on over here real quick. Yeah, we can probably I'm trying to think. After we do all we can, and we may actually be able to complete 2 sequences. Missions aren't really that long. We'll see. And here we are. Happy Halloween! Late Halloween. Connor, I found the Headless Horseman. The stories of this talking human head are no fables, but he was. Next, let us go ahead and deliver this letter, and then we will wrap things. Oh, there's also this stuff I missed. We'll get that later. So this is probably like very boring to watch, but I do consider all the collectibles. Well, the collectibles are native 100%. Yes, this is a typical Ubisoft game with like thousands of collectibles. So, yeah. Apologies if it's boring, but we will get through it. Next stream will probably be more entertaining to watch. But yeah, I'm the type of person who would like to do all the side stuff before I do the rest of the main story. So that's how I've always been. That's how I will always continue. Alright, doggo. But not alerting. Yeah. And that is done. So let's actually go ahead and check the DNA tracker, see where we are at. We think we started at, oh, it's a 20. Now we are at 30. Or were we at 33? I don't know. But if you're remotely interested in what you see today, all the games I cover on my channel for one, I will be streaming Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered Part 1 and yet again next Sunday. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be streaming Skyrim for 100% completion on Fridays 1 p.m. Oh, sorry, I said 1 p.m. All my streams will be from 1 p.m. So get used to it. I'll be streaming Skyrim for 100% completion on Fridays 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be streaming and I will be streaming Outriders for 1 p.m. on it's called Saturdays 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. There's one game that's currently on hiatus, and that is Borderlands 3. Once I find someone to help me out with the thing that I'm stuck at, I'll be hosting what I refer to as an emergency live stream. What an emergency live stream is it whatever game has the most amount of work to do, which at this point, Skyrim. I will be taking over the game that I will be streaming will be taking over that game's place until I complete the game that is currently hiatus. I hope that kind of makes sense. I was kind of worded that pretty weird, but weirdly. So 34% of 100%. Quite a bit done. Let's go ahead and end things right here.